Hey, what is going on, everyone? So last night, the developers of Once Human hosted a live Q&A where they answered a bunch of questions. Now, to be honest, there wasn't a lot of new information, at least for someone like me that stays pretty up to date with the game. But if you're a newer player, or maybe you're just not on the Once Human Discord that often, there probably is a good amount of new information here for you. And there's some more information in there about deviation fusing, which is a mechanic that we heard about a while ago, and also in terms of new deviations, and there's a bunch more information. So I've gone ahead and put the timestamps for every question during the Q&A in this video. So feel free to hop around and see the questions that you're most interested in. Also, they did give away another Starchrom code, so I will put that code down in the comments below, right below that like button in case you're interested in hitting that. Also, feel free to join our Discord community. We actually have a channel in the Discord with a bunch of codes ever since the launch of the game. Not all of them are going to be active, but there are still a decent amount that are active. So feel free to go in there and you can redeem some extra codes. That link to the Discord is always in the description down below. And just a note about the video you're about to see, I did watch this live on my Twitch stream, so that's what you're going to be seeing. I'm going to splice up those clips there. But without further ado, let's hop straight into the Q&A.
Oh, yeah, first one I have here. This one, like I said, about cross-character sharing. So after the cross-character sharing feature launch, what data was retained and which data will be deleted? If I find that data for the cross-character sharing is incorrect, how would I go about providing that feedback and getting that support?
Okay, so regarding the data related to Blueprint and Starchrom, we would take the character with the highest Blueprint collection levels as the standard. And we will also provide additional compensations to players with multiple characters. So for some players who may have multiple characters with high Blueprint collection levels, we will issue corresponding compensation later. And additionally, items such as cosmetics, formula, recipe, and mod are all shared. Recipes and furniture formulas learned through Memetic Specializations are not shared. So for specific sharing rules, metas can click on previous articles to learn more on our official website. And if any of you notice data loss after interconnection, you can always report it through the code depth platform, and we will assist you as soon as possible. And also you can raise the ticket in the in-game customer support interface.
Yeah, and if you need any help, finding those older articles or exploring exactly how to get to those platforms, feel free to join the Discord. Either one of our super helpful many community members will be able to help you out, or you can even tag me directly. Like I said, I'm Starrun over there. We'll get you helped. We'll get you taken care of. So on to the next question, Derek. This one's going to be about inventory issues. So somebody said that right now the limit on mod inventory is a little too low, and the current disassembly and organization process is a bit cumbersome. So are there any plans to improve that? Any optimizations coming? What are you thinking?
So we are aware of the mod inventory issue. In addition to increasing the limit, we believe it is more important to launch a better inventory management function.
These are things they've already answered before. I want new questions.
Disassemble, filter, etc. And we will communicate with the relevant planners the designers to optimize this part. And moreover, besides the mod inventory, we will continue to optimize other inventory such as cross-season inventory and add more features like usage guidance and quick access to enhance user efficiency.
Sweet. That sounds great. So next one I have here is going to be the difficulty of the Lunar Oracle, Lunar Spawn gameplay. That right now seems really high, and the difficulty is quite difficult. The current rewards also are not super beneficial for team play. They're not really there for, when you're in a big group. Are there any adjustments coming to that?
Yeah, that's a tough topic actually, and we had a lot of debate internally. We will for sure continue to adjust the gameplay mechanism of the spectral hunt, especially in the following two aspects. So firstly, we will implement a guardians that is more suitable for everyone's difficulty, with differentiated performance in single and multiplayer modes. And secondly, is that we will adjust the event rule that is so that participating in kills can also earn task progress, ensuring everyone can receive rewards. Yeah, but these changes will be very user friendly to the players like me. I'm not very
I
hardcore
don't.
players.
There might be an ad that starts
That
soon.
sounds
I don't
good.
know
That
how I can
sounds
turn it
great.
off.
So speaking of difficulty, are there going to be new difficulty levels for other scenarios introduced? The current nightmare difficulty is really challenging as well. Are there any adjustments coming for that one?
Yes, we're planning to add new difficulties for other scenarios, but no specific release date yet. And we do not plan to modify the nightmare difficulty as high survival difficulty is designed to meet the needs of the hardcore players. Setting different difficulty tiers helps, to meet the demand of various players. And again, it's gonna be like because we are facing more and more users, so it's gonna be more user-friendly decision.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, so I mean, there's definitely going to still be those high difficulty options and even more difficulty options coming for those new scenarios, hopefully soon. So yeah,
Curious to see what those are about.
Super excited. So kind of getting away from the difficulty questions here. This one is one we've actually gotten a lot of times across our entire lifetime. We're always trying to improve it, I know, but maybe we'll have even further ones. Vending machines. The current placement of vending machines is pretty messy, and the trading terrain is just not very player friendly. Are there any optimization plans coming with that?
Oh yeah, we're already considering corresponding optimization solutions for the messy placement for the vending machines. Regarding the terrain issues, and we will add zip lines to help players move more conveniently.
Nice.
Oh my god, yes, I love the zip lines. Any game that has zip lines is automatically more fun, so I am super happy to hear that. Just more zip lines everywhere. Put them everywhere.
We will consider that.
Sweet, I appreciate it. Next one, we kind of touched on this in the intro a little bit as we were talking about the new content, but just to confirm, for furniture dyeing, are we going to see more dyeing functions for appearance items in the future?
Oh, for sure. Personally, I'm the strong pusher behind this. So in May, we will gradually introduce the richer dyeing functions, allowing for personalized dyeing of fashion set and furniture among other items. I'm so obsessed with that.
Amazing, and it sounds like we won't have to wait too long. You said May, so sweet. I'm super excited to hear it.
Yeah, and I consider that as my birthday gift. May.
When's your birthday?
Oh, it's not a hint.
Not telling?
Let's keep it as a secret.
All right, fine. But you guys have your hints. Apparently, it's sometime around May.
I agree. Frequency.
Okay.
Deviant store should be bigger.
So right now, it's pretty difficult to earn a top tier deviation. That 5 out of 5, just absolutely banger friend who's going to help you out through Nalcott. Is there any plans to adjust the drop rate or improve drop rates on these higher end deviations?
Well, yeah. So for the top tier rare deviations, we're planning to add a pity system. We haven't decided to adjust the drop rate or not, so still ongoing debate. But we'll make sure that players have higher chances to obtain rarer deviations in certain gameplay or events. It'll come. Yes.
Sweet. Glad to hear it.
A new system, hopefully.
Okay, so
I don't want another new system.
It seems like there have definitely been some recent efforts to reduce the burden on players as they're trying to play, reducing that grind a little bit. Are there any concerns that this could potentially diminish, player motivation to play and reduce people playing? And what kind of plans can we expect in the future to keep people going?
Yeah, of course. So we don't want players to feel like you're also working in the game, right? So we want you to keep enjoying our game for a long time, maybe forever. So I'm not forcing you to have like endless grinding or repetitive progression. Instead, we hope once Cumin can be a more relaxed and rewarding experience. We understand the need for meaningful goals in the game, so we are actively designing and developing more engaging scenarios while refining existing gameplay. So our focus is to give betas a stronger sense of achievement and purpose in their journey.
Sweet, that sounds great. You said it, like it shouldn't be work, it shouldn't be a second job. We all have busy lives already, so it's hard to come home and endlessly grind. So exciting to hear that there will be more rewards, a bit more relaxed. Super stoked for it. And speaking of things coming in the future and possible changes, Everybody is begging. We want new vehicles, new maps, new gameplay, new everything. So, what is the current capacity from the development team, and can you spoil anything that's upcoming?
So the answer is yes, there will be more contents coming.
I mean, can you give us more than that? Can you tell me when? Can you tell me what?
Give us more.
Yeah. So as you know that in April we're gonna have a mobile launch, and then in May we're gonna have a Visional Wheel Season 1 launch, and then in June we're gonna have the Winter Scenario optimization, and then in July that's our first anniversary. So we're gonna prepare something new, a new scenario, to to celebrate our first anniversary. But the detail is to be reviewed.
It's probably
Right
endless
now,
stream.
I'm gonna keep it as a secret. I already review a lot of information to you.
Okay, but can you give us the name? Can you give us something? I know July, but what are we talking? What's it going to be called? At least that.
Well, it's gonna be something related to your dream, but you will know. You will know when the time comes.
It's endless
Okay,
stream.
all
They
right, I'll
already
take it, I'll take
announced
it.
that.
That's plenty for me. And I
In the
cannot believe
Discord.
it's been a year already. That is absolutely crazy. It does not feel like it has been flying by. It's been a blast. But
I
guess
agree,
maybe
Loaded
right.
Nost. Yeah.
Maybe like spending time with me is very happy, and happy time always passes fast.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so I actually do have another question here now that's about more direct gameplay, and that's going to be something I've seen actually all over the subreddit recently too. So there's an issue with the Fool. You may know him as another name. I think I've seen it on Reddit, the Ignoramus, but it's the tree person that spawns when you are low sanity. There's an issue where they were doing like the instant kill grapple was basically teleporting. The enemy would exceed 5 meters and just jump on you when you were nowhere near them. And it was really frustrating to a lot of players. So is that being fixed soon? Is that something that has already been fixed? Where are we at with that?
So previously there were some bugs with Fool, which we have now fixed. We fixed this issue where in certain situations, Fool could not be defeated by bullets and tactical items that are meant to counter it. So using bullets and tactical items that counter deviants or bring Fool close to Veil of Tranquility or Star Race or in the environment will allow it to be properly attacked by metas. When you enter the pollution zone, the events of summoning Fool and being attacked by it will not trigger until the loading is complete. And additionally, Fool will no longer target metas with sanity value greater than 50%. Areas with contamination below 100% will not generate Fool.
Awesome. Sounds good. Okay, so
I heard a
it
lot
has
of people
already
complaining
been
about
taken
that.
care of, it sounds like. And hopefully nobody's getting grabbed from a mile away anymore. When it comes to the mobile version, what activities and rewards will be available at launch?
So in order to embracing more users and to celebrate this very special milestone for us, we have planned tons of great rewards. Most of which you can obtain free cosmetics with a very low threshold, so you don't have to grind to get it. It's gonna be super easy, trust me. Cosmetics will be one of the rewards. Blueprint items, etc. So there are a lot of exciting items that we have prepared for all of you to get.
Awesome, and that's in addition to just the classic once human gameplay that everyone has come to know and love, just with some small improvements to make it a little bit easier to play on that mobile platform, right? So
I
the
got
other
your
main
frequency.
question I have for you, this one's kind of the big one. As a Steam or a Loading Bay PC user, can I log into the mobile version using that same account? Is the data shared between the two? Do they talk to each other?
Oh yes, certainly yes. So it's gonna be the baseline of our game, right? So we're gonna make sure that the data is shared, so you can play once human with your old
Cross
accounts
progression.
on
Cool.
any platform that we support. And for the very detailed information, we're gonna publish an announcement later on the official website and on our Discord, on our social medias, so you can get a very clear understanding and guidelines on how it's gonna work.
Sweet. So it sounds like I could play Once Human at home, quit the game, head to see some friends, and keep playing that same exact character on the bus, basically picking up right where I left off. Right. That's amazing. I really hope that all of our PC players will enjoy Once Human on the go, right alongside our mobile-only players. All right, sweet. Let's get into it. So jumping back a little bit to what we were talking about earlier with the Fool, the tree enemy that spawns at low sanity.
Uh,
First of all, why did we add these pollution zones, and how can the Fool be taken down? How can we fight back?
Well, the original intention of setting up the pollution zone is to make the open world environment more interesting and immersive. Therefore, we designed some high-risk areas that contain precious treasures, allowing, oh, I see. Sorry, I'm stuck.
It's all good. Take your time.
I'm a broken reading machine. I'm sorry. Where's the line? All right. Okay. Thank you, Sammy. That's very helpful. So, therefore, we designed some high-risk areas that contain precious treasures, allowing everyone to use their ingenuity to obtain rewards. This is our initial attempt, and we will gradually optimize it and incorporate this experience into more modules. But this is still ongoing, undergoing steady direction. So if you have like more suggestions and feedbacks, feel free to let us know through the Codev platform, and it'll be much easier if you can just join our Discord and to leave your comments in the chat. So Sammy here will take care of that. Sammy.
Absolutely. And actually, this is one I can
Hey,
help out
Some
with a
Bunny,
little
thank
bit
you for the
too.
follow.
When it comes to taking down the Fool, one key to take it down. Make sure you're trying to make your Stardust ingot ammo that can actually defeat them. It takes a bit, but it's worth it. You'll take them down. And then the pro tip to just avoid dealing with them altogether is drink your tea with the cone flower. It keeps your sanity above 30%, so you'll never even encounter these. You'll just be able to walk right past, not worry about it ever. So definitely stock up. Make sure you're good there. You won't have any issues with the Fool after that. Okay, But next question, this one's a little bit more specific about some of our weaponry here in Once Human. Can we bring back the burst function of the hammer, Brahmini, and critical pulse?
So previously, we fixed an issue where the single-click firing mode would cause additional gunfire in certain situations, preventing the hammer and a crossbow from firing fully automatic. We are aware of meta's demand for fully automatic firing modes for hammer and critical pulse, and we will add new setting options in an upcoming update, allowing metas to freely choose their firing mode.
Amazing. Yeah, that's something I really appreciate about Once Human and what we always do is when we introduce something new, a new feature, a new change, something like that, we always try to, whenever possible, make it an option. So that, if people liked the old system, they can keep that, or if people want the new system, they can switch
Frequency.
on over
I
to
think they
that.
might
I
be
always really
talking
appreciate
about
that.
like
Sounds that's
after they
exactly
make
what we'll
these
do
changes to the
So
Fool.
I'm
I
excited
don't
to
really
see it.
know.
Now, switching gears a little bit, I think I have some questions about Lightforge loot crates. So one thing I know a lot of people have been asking for is, can the standing action of the Lightforge loot crate be separated?
Yes. So we will separate the exclusive actions from of a fashion set, providing metas with more personalized combination experiences.
Amazing. Super excited to hear that. Next question about that was, when will we see the previous Lightforge loot crate return?
That's already in the planning, and it will return in the first half of this year. So stay tuned.
Awesome. Excited to hear it. Okay, so this one is something that I've seen suggested since really early. I know it's been all over our suggestion voting channel in Discord. We have a lot of users have picked up the same deviation many times, right, and just lower quality versions of it, or even the same quality. So will we ever be able to fuse those, or have any form of fusion gameplay going on?
Yes, we will introduce a corresponding gameplay system in the future, where same deviations can be fused. And this one is in the pipeline already, so more details will be shared in our upcoming announcements.
Awesome. Super excited to hear it. I can't wait to share that with everybody. I know people will love it. Okay, next one I have is another one that's kind of plagued the suggestions for a while, or a little bit confusion. A lot of times when you're making a character and designing your character in the character creation interface, that character looks pretty different from how they look in some situations in the open world. Why does this happen, and is there anything we can do about that?
So the feature interface can display a single character with higher detail, while in the open world, the presence of more complex lighting effects and other contents can indeed lead to a decrease in detail. So for this very specific issue, we will continue to optimize this and plan further iteration in the next version.
Amazing. Sweet. I know a lot of people will be happy to hear that and happy to have that resolved. This is one I saw myself in the chat. I managed to pick it out before Aqua even grabbed it for us. Are there any collaboration plans upcoming, and can you share that with us?
I can only share with you the direction, and the answer is yes, there will be, and it will come very soon. But right after the mobile launch, it's because we want all the players who love playing Once Human can, get access to this our first collaboration events.
Sweet. Super excited to hear it. Glad it's happening. All right. So now moving to a question that's a little bit more of just like, what should I do when things go wrong? And this is true in most scenarios, I think, depending on your answer. But what should I do if I find that I have lost items in the game? They've just vanished from my inventory.
So I think not just limited to this specific issues. So whenever you're encountering any questions inside the game,
these questions
you
are
can
okay.
always
They're not
provide
great.
feedback through the customer service in the game. You press ESC, select
This one will
feedback
help
and
people,
customer
though.
support, and choose the type of assistance you need. Either it's bug report, inventory, misconduct report, or others. And also you can raise your suggestions on our Coda platform as well if your voices are not heard after you submitted your tickets in the customer service system in the game.
Yeah, I think when you're in game, it's like right here on screen when you hit escape, right where my fingers are. You can find that help and feedback option. And if you need any help navigating those menus or figuring out where you should report something, feel free to join the Discord, ask me, ask another player. They'll be able to give you a little bit more guidance on how to do that as well. So very similar question, but I think a slightly different answer. What should I do if I find my animals, my tamed animals are suddenly missing?
So if only a few of them are lost, you can retrieve them through the right-click menu. But if all of them they're missing, that's gonna be very awkward. So please contact our in-game customer support service. It's gonna be very bad. Yes.
All right, sounds good. So yes, there is that extra menu when you right-click. So make sure you're checking that and making sure you're looking through all of those to see if you have your tamed animals. So next question. Will the Memetic specialization will all of them, the general Memetic specializations, be available in Eternaland ever?
Yeah, we will consider providing the player on Eternaland with corresponding ways to obtain those and to make it more like easier experience to different ones.
Sweet. Okay. Glad to hear it. So next question that I have for you, Derek. Are there going to be any plans to increase the build limit for the open world?
So those questions, they are yes. I mean, you gotta be very specific. Those questions are collected from the Twitch chat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let me read the sheet.
Did we lose you? Did we go too fast?
You got me. No. Let me read quickly because I haven't prepared for that. Oh, okay. I got the answer. Yes, we have a plan in place, but no, there's no definite. There's no like very concrete timeline for that. But if everything goes smoothly, after the mobile launch, we're gonna have a more resources like dev resources to review all of our plans in the pipeline. And then this one's gonna be one of the priority. So we might be able to expand this in this year.
Amazing. So it sounds like it's definitely in the works, just no exact time yet. So I look forward to it for sure. Moving on to the next question, one I see repeated lots of times, very hopeful for. Will cross-region items and characters be possible, sharing between the different regions in the game?
Currently, this is not possible because servers in different regions are isolated. We're not able to share the data between different region servers. That's the the rule. It's different from the Steam DLC model, where DLCs are hosted on Steam servers. But in our case, most resources are stored on our own server, so cross-region sharing is not that feasible right now.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, that unfortunately is not the answer I was necessarily hoping for, but I understand, sometimes there are just those technical limitations, so it does happen. But all right, so moving on to the next question. Is there a possibility for creating a scenario which includes all of the maps from all scenarios?
Here we go.
So that's going to be the new scenario, which is going to happen in July. So that one will include all the maps.
Look at that. We got more info about it out of him. He said he wasn't going to give us anything else, but there you go. You just got to ask the right questions.
All right.
Oh, wait, so that is happening.
Okay.
Mufasa, if you're still here.
Just reading the
confirmed.
I was like, oh, hey, I can't. Can I say that? But yeah. Okay, you got me.
All right. Next one I have for you, second to last. Unfortunately, we are wrapping up here. Will nightmare difficulty for the silos ever be possible in our PvP scenarios?
Yes, and it'll be available on the May 8th in Evolutions Call and the Prismverse Clash scenarios.
Sweet. So we even got a date. Amazing. Okay, so
yeah.
look forward to
Well,
May
that's awesome.
PvP players. Glad to hear it.
Excited about that.
Unfortunately, like I said, last question of the day, of the evening. Are there any plans for more deviations to be added for players to collect?
Yes, we have plans to introduce new various deviations along with deeper gameplay and mechanics related to them. So it will happen within Q3 this year. So around around that time up period. Yes.
Yeah,
so,
they said the entire map. Yeah, so
Amazing.
I guess
So
that part we
sometime
haven't
between
explored
June
yet.
and September is kind of that Q3 period. So that sounds great to me. But Derek, unfortunately, that wraps up the stream. That is our last question of the day. So thank you so much to everyone who hung out with us and who provided